Welcome back to the Wasteland, my friends. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you a tutorial on the first 15 minutes of starting your vault. Let's get right into it. First, you have to name a vault. You can choose a survival mode, but I'm not going to do that in this one. We're just going to be making a normal vault. You want to first number it, and then you go on to create a vault, and then you're going to watch the slides, and you'll learn about what's going on. Now the game has its own little tutorial, and I want you to pay attention, read everything, and just really follow along when you're actually doing this, because it gives you a lot of good information, and you'd be surprised about how many people don't actually read any of this and then go to my videos and comment how to do it. So make sure you pay attention to this area. It does teach you some pretty good stuff. As you can see here, we have some new dwellers, so what we're going to do is we're going to tap on them, and it'll show us their info. This guy's got high strength, where you can see the special stats, and what you're going to do is you're going to drag him and take him to the room that has strength. So right there will work for him, and then for her, we'll see where she can go. She can only go there, so we're just going to take her there. Now we're going to learn about rushing a room. I only rush a room when I absolutely have to, and when the chance is very low. So anything below 20% I'll do. Most of the time I like to stick to just 10%, which is the lowest it'll be. I do not recommend rushing it when it's at a 34% chance, except for when you're playing the tutorial and you're just now starting out, because it almost always guarantees that you'll be completely fine. So don't worry about rushing when you first start off. And then you just follow the rest of this, building. It's pretty easy. Do feel free to pause the video at any time if you need to read the helpful hints better, because I did kind of blow right through this, because pretty much all you really need to know that it was telling you is how to build it, how you can stack it up to 3 when you build it next to each other, and that like water cures radiation, food helps with health, and power keeps all the rooms running. So we got some new dwellers. So what you do is you just do what you did before. You drag them, place them to the place that they'll be most best at. So she had agility 5, so we're going to put her in agility 5. Perception 5, we go into the water room because it's, obviously it's for perception. And you see here, perception is her best stat. We'll put her there. You just kind of match it up. Pretty simple stuff right here. Down to the right, we have completed a quest, and we'll get a reward for that, which was 25 bottle caps. I'll show you how to get to those later. But first, we're going to go and we're going to look around at the dweller's stats and make sure that I have everything assigned in the right place. As you can see here, by tapping this dweller, her charisma stats is the highest. Everything else is kind of useless. But since we do not have a room that utilizes charisma, we're going to send her out into the wasteland so that she can get us some cool loot. Opening this Pip-Boy menu, we can see that we have the settings tab, and we have a bunch of other tabs that we're going to go through. You can change the settings to whatever you like. That's how I have mine. And then if you go right to here, you can see that that is the storage. You'll see what you have. You can look through all that. And then we just completed a quest, so it kicked me out of that. But you can see there's a quest tab right there. That'll show you all the quests, or objectives, but it's Fallout. We got to call them quests. Now you want to complete these quests as soon as possible, especially when you're early game, because it'll be way better rewards than you will get when you're later game. One of them was to rush a room. You can see we did it there, collected the reward, and then you want to go to the quests, see what you got to do. As you can see here, here's all the rewards and options. And then if we open the Pip-Boy tab and then Lunchbox, it'll open it up, and then we'll see what we get. That's good. 50 food helps, it's not the best. 500 caps, that'll help us for sure. Junk we're not going to worry about in this video. Wow, Power Armor. I mean, you can never ever go wrong with Power Armor. Even late game is amazing. Let's put our new items to good use. So as you can see here, there are 3 tabs: the Vault Suit, the Fist, and the Pet. That's outfits, weapons, and pets. You just click those, and then you can click whatever outfit you want to put on the dweller. We're going to give her T45D Power Armor. The blue that you see, that's what the Power Armor is increasing, so it's increasing strength and perception. When assigning outfits to dwellers, if they're in the same room, it doesn't matter who gets the outfit, because the room is going to benefit the exact same to whoever gets the outfit. So it doesn't matter who you choose. New dweller, Lisa Parker, not very special, but tapping on the wasteland, we can see the lady that we sent out, Brenda Snow. All you have to do is actually just tap on the wasteland, and it'll show you the dwellers that are out there exploring. So we're going to bring her into here. Can't really take her anywhere. She's not that good. So I'm just going to take her in here and then send her right out. That way she can get us some loot instead of just being completely useless. Checking our quests. We got to complete those. Let's get right into them. If we build another water treatment, it'll make the quest easier. So we're just going to be doing that right now. Then that way it'll produce more water so we can have that quest done way faster. If you're on mobile, I highly recommend guaranteed rushes because they work all the time. They work so well if you have internet. If you don't, you're just going to get a loading screen like this telling you don't have internet. So if you have bad internet like myself, you can't do it sometimes, but I highly recommend doing it as much as possible. Remember to check up on dwellers that you sent out in the wasteland, especially if you're just now starting, and do not leave them out there very long. Like an hour will likely kill them because they have limited health, no stim packs, and they can't fight when you're early on. So make sure you always check on them to make sure they're safe. Now let's focus on leveling up a dweller. We're going to choose this gentleman right here because he is the highest level out of our vault. He's like about to turn level 2, so we're going to bring him down here because this room has not been rushed yet and it's got the lowest incident chance. As you've already seen, rushing a room will give you bonus rewards such as caps and XP, so that's why I chose it there, and it'll also give your dwellers a plus 10% happiness. Permanent. It doesn't go away unless something bad happens. So make sure you leave their dwellers in here until they get all 10% of their happiness. Feel free to spend caps on whatever you want. I should have spent it on power here, but I just spent it on water because, I didn't really care, and I wanted to complete that quest of collect 50 water. Make sure you're constantly checking on your dwellers that are out in the wasteland, because if you don't pay attention to them, they will die if you don't recall them in time. When you're early on, feel free to bring in anyone from the wasteland, because right now you can't really be picky about special stats. So just bring them in to wherever you can fit them. If you can't fit them, upgrade or make your rooms bigger. Now, when you're first starting off, all you really want to be doing is focusing on completing those quests and just making your vault habitable. Time for a lunch unboxing review. Meh. That's actually decent. That's good. That's good. That's really good. The reason I'm saying it's good, even though normally I would say it was trash, except for the NCR outfit, is because we're just now starting out, and these are actually really decent items for starting out. As you can see here, I immediately put the items to good use because that's what they're there for, and it'll just help me go along and make my life a little easier. Now, if a quest is terrible or has a terrible reward, you can actually skip it by clicking the X, and as you can see there, I skipped that one because it was only a 25 cap reward for something that was just not worth it. We're not going to be selling weapons or outfits when we first start. Unless it's something like a rusty 32 pistol where it does literally 0 to 1 damage, which in that case you want your fists because they do 1 damage and not 0. Alrighty, now this video was kind of based towards your first 15 minutes of Fallout Shelter. That's what this entire video was actually, was recorded first 15 minutes of Fallout Shelter. And then what I did is I just wanted to talk over it. And what I wanted you guys to know is I want you to know there's some pretty cool tricks. Like, let's say it says equip an outfit or an item to a dweller, like a weapon. If you don't have any in your inventory, just switch it. Just take it off and then put it back on. Like, literally, you can do that, or you can just give it to another dweller if that doesn't work. There's so many workarounds. Just use, I don't know how to say it. Not common sense, but, like, common tricks, I guess. Like, think about ways to work around the system, and usually it works for you. If you don't know how to do something, click around, try to figure it out. If you need questions, that's what the comment section's there for. I try to respond to everyone as fast as possible. I am pretty busy sometimes, so I can't do it all the time, but I try my best. And there's usually tons and tons of workarounds that you can find out just by clicking around. And the last thing I wanted to say is make sure that you go around and open the little Pip-Boy tab and go to the Wasteland Survival Guide, which is the book with the Vault-Tec logo. It'll teach you so many things that you need to learn. Stuff that I didn't even know until I started reading it, and then I've made videos on it, and I was like, wow. I mean, it's all right here. It teaches you everything. That's going to be it for today, folks. If there's anything you want to ask, like I said, comment section. And also be sure to check out my community posts, as I post a lot there when I can't make videos. So we're going to be doing this as a whole series because I just started this vault. And if there's anything you want to learn, I mean, it's all right here. So we're going to learn it all. Hopefully get through this vault and make it an absolute powerhouse unit. Thank you all so much for watching. May the Wasteland treat you with peace and prosperity.